Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'll be walking you through the crypto markets on this fine Saturday evening. It's Saturday, it's 5:41 in England and it is around 20 degrees, still cloudy in the summer. Very good stuff indeed. Here for a nice Saturday morning stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend so far. So far, Bitcoin and the whole crypto market's not really done that much. We'll excuse ADA for a second, but everything else is looking, it's okay. It's up around, on average, probably 3, 4, 5% near enough. But not really seeing any crazy sort of weekend price action as of yet, right? As of yet. I'm going to be covering Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame, the mid-term time frame. Then we're going to be hitting up the long-term. Once we're done with Bitcoin, I haven't got any altcoins. I haven't picked any altcoins of the days today, guys, because it is the weekend. It's your time to shine, your time to smash your altcoins in the chat, and I'll do some live TA for you there. It's all about you. It's not about what I think today. It's all about what you think. So yeah, we'll do some altcoin requests coming through there on this fine Saturday, and I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I think I said that already. Now, without further ado, let's just do some shout-outs straight away. We've got Phoenix in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there. We've got Jay. We've got Long Duck Dong. Long Duck Dong. Cool name, man. Like that. Beltus123. Hello, my good sir. Nice to see you back on the stream. We've got Green Goblin coming through there. Is that the same Green Goblin as usual who's supporting me from absolute day one? Because you've changed your profile picture if that is the case. But if it is you, man, hopefully, I mean, it's great to see you on the stream there, man. Love the support continuously. Then we've got Sky Demex out here. My guy, how are you, my G? Come on. Comments on every single video of mine, support me from the absolute get. Absolute legend out here, so massive shout out to you, bro. Do appreciate you stopping by on this fine, pretty cold weekend in England, but hey, it's all good. Pretty sure you're over in America, right? And a nice shout out to LR as well. We got Nico saying hi, mate, and also Alistair. Nice to see you on the stream there as well. There, hope you're having a good day, sir. Afternoon to you as well. Now, without further ado, and also a shout out to hashtag. Your name is hashtag, so yeah, hi. Nice to see you on the stream there, hashtag. And 5 likes already, guys. You're absolutely killing it. Amazing stuff. And it is Green Goblin from before. Nice new profile picture. I do love that a lot, my good sir. Now, let's just reflect on alt requests soon. Yes, I'm just going to get through Bitcoin and Mia, and then we're going to get straight through to the altcoins. I usually choose 3 altcoins of the day to showcase to you guys, but today, I'm not gonna, right? I'm going to let you guys do the requests. You guys are going to be popping in the chat and stuff. So yeah, it's all up to you today. So get your altcoin requests in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I'm done here. Afternoon to you as well, Mr. Kong, sir. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin because we were talking about this earlier on in the week. And there goes my phone, started ringing. Amazing timing there. We were talking about Bitcoin earlier on in the week, yesterday in fact, and we were talking about the idea of us breaking this parallel channel to the downside here on the shorter term time frame like so. We were talking about the idea of a measure move to the downside if we were going to have that congruent break, right? Yes, we did. We had the first time break. We saw the completion of the measure move. And then also, this is a very, very great example to show you new traders out there. We had another retest coming up. We actually had a buyback retest coming up of that chart pattern again. And then another completion of the measure move there as well. So pretty crazy stuff indeed. 2 completions of 2 measure moves in terms of percentages for that that measure move there. It's around a 1.91%, near enough a 2% gain there, which happened twice. So do the maths. Yes, you guessed it, 4%. Amazing stuff there. Now, let's get rid of these chart patterns because we did break out of that parallel chart pattern, parallel channel coming through there. And also, we broke out to the lower side of this symmetrical triangle that we got plotted in here as well. Now, it's time to do some fresh TA coming through there, and we are due an actual breaker, right? As you can see, we've got a very correlative point along this zone. Very, very correlative point along this zone. You can see the resistance is playing out quite strongly. That gives us intuition to draw some sort of trend line coming down like so, right? Yeah, just about like so, correlating with all the points as best we can. Now, this is why the title got what it got. It actually started pumping like just before I went live, which is a bit annoying because I was doing all my prep work and I was like, it's ready to break out because we are ready to break out of this zone, right? We're actually breaking out of a falling wedge pattern. If I just draw that in there for you guys, we got click the wrong thing. No, I'll just draw it in here for you guys. As you can see, falling wedge pattern coming through there. You can see the levels of support that we have formed. Bang, bang, bang. Very good stuff indeed. Levels of resistance being played out continuously along this zone. Bang, bang, bang. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Lovely, lovely TA. Now, what are we looking for here, people? What are we looking for? We're looking for a measure move. We're looking for a breakout for Bitcoin in terms of a percent gain, right? In terms of a percent gain, you've got to be pretty some pretty big kahunas to be trading this right now, but if you are trading this, this is what you would be looking for in terms of a measure move, something along the lines of that, going on the most recent uptrend, guys. And remember, guys, this is the short-term time frame, right? So these aren't going to be the biggest percents in the world, but I'm sure you guys are leverage junkies out there doing those 10, 20x's and stuff like that. So this 2.5% is a lot more, right? So yeah, as you can see here, we're on the minx. What's the one? On the minx? Can't think of the word. But yeah, we're literally ready to have a breakout there. We've got Gordon W in the chat. Oi, Savaloy. Just before the stream, man, I actually saw your comment on the previous stream saying, I'll be on time one day. And hey, you've made it on live today, so nice to see you on the stream there, man. Do appreciate the support continuously. And 17 likes as well there, guys. Shout out to Natalie Cannon in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there. 20 likes. Pushing for 20 likes out there. Can we get it? That'd be absolutely amazing if we could. Let's get to 20 likes. Shashir says Luna is breaking out. We're definitely going to have a little look at Luna, actually, because I do think Luna is going to start to follow the suit of Solana. Actually, I'm looking at Luna now. It's down like 9% for the day. But yeah, we'll get to the altcoin request part of the show. So yeah, crazy stuff. Green Goblin says, enough to get out of some of my long? Potentially, man. I to be honest, I'd probably be looking to long this zone, right? I would be looking to long after this 55 moving average has been cleared there. Find a level of support on there and then ride that wave all the way up. You see, very good stuff indeed. Breaking out this falling wedge coming through there. Breaking out this falling wedge. Hopefully going to be above all major moving averages. And then we just got to say hello to the 200 EMA if we are going to see us climb any further. Now, we do need to think about here, people. We've got a lot of lower highs here. We've got a lot of lower highs on the shorter term time frame, which is going to pose a threat. It's going to pose a threat, and I would say we are still bearish in terms of the downtrend, which we are a part of at this point in time, until we start really invalidating some of these. And as you can see, the most recent one is here, and we have come up, and we've said hello. We've challenged it. We've said hello, and this is another scenario in terms of a breakout. Not another scenario, but another piece of information that we can be using here. We are actually breaking through this lower high pattern as well as this falling wedge, looking for the completion of that measure move. So yeah, not all bad here. Looking pretty good in terms of a breakout to the upside. So we will see how that goes. Probably on stream, right? We'll probably see how that goes over the next hour or so, depending on how long I'm going to stream here on this lovely Saturday night coming through there. We've got Ajira in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there. Let's hope it breaks out. I just destroyed a monitor. Friggin' flies. Funny stuff there. Yeah, I've had quite a few flies in my office today. It's been pretty annoying. So I've been working all through Saturday. I just can't get enough. I love working. But yeah, no, I've been designing websites and indicators and all that juicy stuff. But yeah. Let's get to Bitcoin here on the midterm. Bitcoin here on the midterm. And 19 likes as well, guys. You're absolutely killing it on this fine Saturday. Now, this is interesting stuff, right? Because we were talking about this broadening wedge, and we were talking about the idea of coming down to test it again, right? I think we were saying that maybe Friday morning or on Thursday morning stream, one of the days. And we were saying that we were going to come down to this 45K and say hello. And this is going to be the most it was going to be the most reliable. I can't really speak that well today. It was going to be the most I can't think of the word, but yeah, the most likely thing to happen, right? It's going to be the most likely thing to happen. Come down to say hello to this, considering we are in a downtrend. We've got lower highs being set continuously, and this is going to be the level of support that we were looking for. We found it. We said hello. We bounced perfectly off the horizontal at around 44,851 there, and had the continuation to the upside. We were weighing up the options here for another leg down. That's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to weigh up the options for another leg down. We're going to go on the least recent downtrend, because obviously it's a broadening wedge, guys. We don't want to be going for these greedy, filthy, just stupidly big measure moves here. I'm going for the smaller ones, going for around that 9.22% there, and obviously staggering take profits as we go down if we are going to see any sort of continuation, any sort of breakout to the downside coming through there. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff there. What is Gordon saying? Lol, better late than never, fella. Yes, sir. Yes, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Nice to have you live on the stream there. Bit of oi Savaloy, as usual. I keep getting so close to my target and it drops again. Damn. Just remember to stagger your take profits, man. That's the best way to accumulate paper if you are going to have any sort of reversal, because we all know why we're here. We all know why we're here. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that, guys. We're here to make money. So if we can make some cold, hard cash, I know it's tricky on a weekend, but we will. Right, Mindless Musicians come through as well saying, hello, hello. And Natalie Cannon again saying, you got this. You got this. Did we get 20? We hit 20 likes. Absolutely amazing, guys. Like target achieved for the video. Really, really cool stuff. Do appreciate that coming through there. Oh, I forgot to get my live subscriber count on, because I could have got one of you guys to set a subscriber target. That was going to be, that's what I did on Friday. And that was quite fun, actually. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm not sure. I probably won't stream tomorrow. It's my day of rest on the old Sunday, but But maybe we'll do it on Monday or something along the lines of that. That'd be quite cool. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens here with Bitcoin, because we've got, obviously, these horizontals plotted in around 46,493. That's it's a pretty good target point, I'd say. And the reasoning for that is, guys, is you can see the bounce points along these zones, right? The bounce points along these zones for Bitcoin in previous price action, the double bottom chart pattern that we did have coming through there. Yeah, it's going to be a correlative point. If we're going to get rejected, it's going to be from here, right? It's going to be from here. And also, we do have the 200 EMA here to say hello as well in terms of a rejection point, set at around that 46K there. So we can gain the momentum coming through here, invalidating any sort of lower highs coming through, invalidating the most current lower high that we're challenging here on the shorter term time frame, then yeah, that's going to be the rejection point that we are going to be looking for. And we do have also a 21 moving average coming through, saying hello at 46,271 there as well, guys. So yeah, it's going to be very, I thought we were on 44K for a second there, I don't know why. But so yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if we actually see when we get there, and if we can actually find the support there, because we are seeing a bit of a buy up in terms of the weekend so far. Not looking too bad in terms of an uptrend, I'd say. So yeah, not looking too bad. It's just going to be very interesting, I think, what the weekend will hold for us there. What will the weekend hold? What will Sunday hold? Because there's a lot of rumors going around at the moment that we are going to have imminent dumpage to the downside. And if I'm going to see any sort of dumpage to the downside for that Sunday, the dreaded Sunday coming through here, I think it's going to be from this zone, right? It's going to be from these horizontals. It's the most likely scenario to happen. And look, the last time we were testing these zones, bang, all the way banged it all the way down, have another leg down from this dirty crypto crash that we did see on Tuesday. I think it was happening in the space of like 4 or 5 minutes or something along the lines of that. So yeah, interesting stuff to see. This is going to be the rejection point that we are going to be looking for Bitcoin over the weekend. That's going to be the zone. But let's just see if we can get there first, right? And if we can get there, hello RSI. Look, we got a downward sloping resistance line, which the OGs on the channel do know. We know the rejection point along this zone, right? And this is looking like it's going to correlate pretty goddamn well if we have a buy up to that 46,000, that sort of area there. 46,493 there. If it is going to be steep, the RSI is going to follow suit, and then we've got a clean cut, stars aligned scenario coming through there. Potential rejection point coming through there, guys, as well. We got our Hex Hodls coming through. Nice to see you on the stream there, Hex Hodl. Here to shill a bit of Hex, I see. Very good indeed. No, I'll actually jump to Hex, actually, because I'm quite intrigued about that. And there's quite a lot of coverage. Everyone's covering Hex at the moment. It's quite interesting. Amazing stuff there. Seven Juan, nice to see you on the stream there. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Arrest saying, you alive on a Saturday? Surprise live! Yeah, it's a surprise live from me. I thought, you know what? I've been working in the office all day. Pretty tired, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I want to. I want to go live. I enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? So Saturday evening, why not? Have a bit of live, have a bit of crypto. What's up, my man? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Respect, bro. Been here from day one too, says Jay Khan. Yes, you have. I do know that, so hope you're having a fantastic weekend as well. Is that an Audi? Is that a car in your photo? It looks quite cool. Let me know. ADA surpassed Sol in volume. Finally dethroned. Finally, Sol has taken a step back. But it's still actually on the climb. We'll get to that. We'll get to them. But yeah, that's Bitcoin here on the shorter term time frame. And yeah, I'm just going to speed up with Bitcoin because I really want to do some altcoin requests here, guys, and get you guys some requested content in the chat there. That's going to be the ideal scenario. And 28 likes. Amazing. Not one like goes unappreciated because it really, really does help grow my channel and help me educate more people on a day-to-day basis, because I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday. That was a dreadful line. Right, as you can see, resistance coming down from this top side of this previous all-time high there for Bitcoin on the longer-term time frame. Let me get rid of some of these indicators so it's a bit more visually appealing for you guys there. Get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Also, yes, as you can see here, we do have a little bit of a falling wedge pattern. Obviously, guys, this is the long-term time frame. This is the daily chart. So if we are going to see any sort of breakout here, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to be weeks. It's going to be a long, long time. Okay. So don't be thinking we're going to be just breaking out of the chart pattern like imminently, right? Now, interesting to see. We did see imminent rejection from this zone, right? We did see imminent rejection from this zone. And actually, if we are going to draw from the previous all-time high, we could actually go off this lower high as well and see a correlative point. Look at that, how correlative that is along that zone there from that previous, well, the most recent dump to the downside that we did see. I think it's, I want to say Tuesday that this did happen. But yeah, I think it was Tuesday. It was earlier on in this week, right? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this does get respected, if we do take another leg down, and that's going to be sat around that 42,200, maybe a tad lower, 41,800, 900, that sort of area, just depending on how long it takes us to get down there, if we are going to have continuation to the downside. And to be honest, in terms of this chart pattern, in terms of this falling wedge here, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually did have continuation to the downside and we were just scurrying around this sort of area in this sort of range for quite a while. Maybe another falling wedge inside, breakout, measure move to the top side, testing the top side of this again before having another breakout, something along the lines of that, guys. But yeah, it's all a bit speculatively speaking at the moment. We all know about September. We know it's a bit of a bloody month, and it usually is. And so far, we've seen pretty much hell on earth in the space of 5 minutes, dumping like crazy thousands and thousands of bucks in the space of 5 minutes. So it's just a little bit of a reminder how volatile crypto actually is and how volatile Bitcoin is, right? But yeah, let me get to the bull market barrier because I did want to touch on that. You can see how perfectly we did actually respect that in terms of a resistance point, right? You can see the respect there, absolute dumpage to the downside there. Obviously, for you new traders out there, this is big shout out to Firefly as well. Very, very good indicator builder dude. He's a very, very good trader as well. So yeah, big shout out to him. Go check him out on YouTube. Underrated as hell. He built the bull market barrier. Bull market barrier. If we're blue, we're in a bull market. If we're red, we're in an undecided, dirty bear market. As you can see here, bear market for so long, and then we flip blue. Bull market, beautiful stuff coming through that. Now we actually came up with the idea of testing the bull market barrier to see if we can break it, see if we can flip blue again, to see if we can have the continuation to the upside. I mean, to be honest, the confidence was there after Jack and Elon jumped on the B Word conference here, and we saw pumps of near enough around 77% there. Crazy stuff there. The confidence was there in terms of this very steep uptrend to actually have a continuation to the upside. But no, we've had a massive sell-off, and this is very interesting because this could be a bit of a bear trap coming through here, guys. It could be a bit of a bear trap. We don't know yet. We just need to see how this weekend plans out to see whether we're going to have continuation to the downside. Because if we have continuation to the downside, it's going to be rough, okay? It's going to be rough. It's not going to be fun, and we are going to be invalidating high lows as we come down. And then the next target for the high low is going to be this 38,276 there. Obviously, once we get over all the dirty levels of support there, if we are going to have some continuation to the downside. SkyDMX is saying AVAX is on some moon. Should we have a little look at AVAX when we get to the altcoin request part of the show, guys? It won't be long at all. I'm on the long term. Once we're done with the long term for Bitcoin, then it's your guys' time to shine. And yes, Alvaro, yeah, I think that's how you say it. Yep, we will be commenting on ADA. Don't you sweat it, man. We will get to ADA because ADA, it's very interesting today what ADA is doing, and I do want to have a little brief conversation about that. Looks like a huge bearish engulfing on the weekly. Yep. Pretty, I do agree with you there, sir. Look at that. Absolutely crazy stuff indeed. But yeah, this could literally just be a trap, just to liquidate as many longs as possible after seeing such a healthy run up, right? Liquidate as many longs as possible before seeing continuation to the upside, seeing previous all-time highs actually get challenged there. That's going to be a very lovely scenario for us crypto heads out here. That's what we really want. We want crypto to actually bang it up. And hey, if it doesn't bang it up and we do have continuation to the downside, it's just accumulation phases for us, people. It's just accumulation phases. The lower the price of this goes, the lower the price of our altcoins, the lower the price of everything. It's absolutely fine because we're just going to buy more. We're just going to buy more. And then when it eventually goes up again and goes to the goddamn moon, we're going to be making more. So yeah, it's a win-win scenario out here, guys. So don't sweat it. We know how we trade on this channel. We trade calm and collected, right? There's always going to be opportunity to enter again. And so yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin here summed up on the longer term time frame. Let's do some altcoin requests, right? Let's do some altcoin requests. You almost got it, haha. I'll always try, my good sir. I'll always try. Let me jump straight to ADA, right? Let's jump straight to ADA because obviously this is just like yeah. Yeah, pretty nuts. Pretty nuts coming through for ADA. So yeah, as you can see here, guys, we actually seen a huge. Let's jump down and see how fast this happened. At the moment, we're 3 hours. Let's see on the hourly candles, right? So it's a space of like 3 hours. We saw quite a significant growth there for ADA amidst the Hex spaceship. Has Hex jumped up? Is it? Hex is already on the moon, ready to pump outside the solar system. Amazing stuff there. Everyone loves Hex so much, I swear. Yeah, I probably should do some more research on it, but it's a bit of controversy behind. It's quite controversial, this whole Hex, because a lot of people don't like the owner, right? Because didn't he scam someone or something like that? I don't really know. I don't really want to touch on it, but But I'm sure you guys have your own opinions on that, dude. But yeah, anyway, what ADA has done today, we've actually banged up around 12.4% in terms of where we are in terms of the live price now from the start of this huge run up that we did see at 10 a.m. this morning. That's when we begun on the hourly, and then we just started banging it for around 3 hours. Now, what do we say here, people? If you're itching to get in, if you're really having that FOMO, that fear of missing out, you're scared, you don't want to miss out on this insanely big move to the upside. Look, don't sweat it. Let's use the analogy. If you're climbing Everest in a parabolic motion, which we have done this morning and throughout the day so far with ADA, if you're climbing Everest, guys, you need to be resting at base camp 1. And that's exactly what we're doing here now. It's exactly what we're doing now. We're consolidating, we're resting. Once we've rested enough, once the RSI is coming down a bit, then we could be looking at another leg up. And this is where we can be waiting for an entry, because potentially we can easily get rejected from this zone just to validate this insane pump coming through there. Now, we all know what's happening tomorrow for ADA. They're releasing smart contracts, right? They're releasing smart contracts. They've had a bit of failed technology recently, apparently. I haven't really done that much research on the failed technology and stuff, but they have had a bit of failed technology coming through there. That's what my community we've been talking about recently, right? And it's going to be interesting to see, right? Because I think this is probably a lot of people going, it's going to absolutely pump tomorrow. We're going to see insane gains to the upside. It's usually the case when we do see news for an asset, it usually goes down. It does usually go down because we see the buying up opportunity come through the day before, or so-called like the week before. You can see the confidence coming through here for ADA. So this has basically been happening over the last few weeks, and then the news just does get released, and then we don't see a pump. The amount of people that have been buying along this zone here, who bought at this zone here, they're going to be having a bit of a sell-off, right? So I'm not exactly sure what time it all gets released tomorrow, but it's going to be very interesting to see, and I do think we are going to have a price correction for ADA, and I don't think we're just going to absolutely bang it to the absolute moon, right? So don't be worried. There is going to be continuous entry points for ADA, in my opinion, but obviously, guys, nothing I say is financial advice. It's just my opinions on what I think might happen in the markets, right? No, bro, not failed exactly, says shit. Nice on the stream there as well. 2.66 ADA support, question mark. We definitely got support here at 2.606. And then also, we've also got probably another zone as well at 2.66, like you just said there. Let's have a little, let's scroll back in time. Yeah, definitely. We've got lovely level of support coming through at 2.66 there. Green Goblin, sir. So today it's gonna pump. Yeah, today we have seen quite big pumps for ADA. If we are looking for targets, if this is going to continue before we actually have a dump tomorrow, I do think the target price is going to be up to this horizontal, and that's going to be around that $2.82. And we know how the weekend is, guys. This news of the ADA pump is still traveling around the world. It's still traveling around the world, so we could still get a bit of FOMO coming in, right? We could still get a bit of FOMO coming in, and that could, I think that could basically bring us up to that $2.83, maybe even the volume weighted ATR band before us seeing any sort of correction coming through there. 5 p.m. East, around 10 your time. Interesting stuff there. Let me do some more requests, people, and yeah, let me do some more requests. So get your altcoin requests in the chat there. Amir, can you do FTT? Yes, sir, I can. Yes, sir, I can. Let me do FTT for you, and also, guys, if you see anything like anything breaking out like crazy, just put it in the chat and we'll jump to it straight away. If it's going mental, we want a bit of live coverage, right? We want a bit of live coverage. So yeah, if you do see anything actually going mental, just drop it in the chat and we will get to it. We will get to it. Rising wedge pattern coming through for FTX coming through there. We have actually broken to the downside. I mean, to be honest, in terms of a measure move to the downside, which we could have been looking for going on the most recent downtrend, obviously top to top, there is going to be looking along the lines of bringing us all the way down to this $62.58 there. But at this point in time, I would say it's not even too bad. It's not too bad because you are setting higher lows continuously. In terms of, obviously, this is small trends here, people. We are on the hourly here, so yeah, you are setting higher lows. You are seeing a bit of momentum gain here. But what I really, really want to see here for FTX is coming up and challenging and saying hello to this lower high we've got coming through here. So obviously we've got a nice high point coming through here. Then we've got a nice lower high. Next lower high coming through here in terms of trend reversals here, guys. Seeing trend reversal, we are seeing it coming through here, but good news because we are setting higher lows. That obviously means we're having a bit of progression to the upside. So the next resistance point I would be looking for would be, if this trend is going to have the continuation here, it is going to be the price of around $76.85 there, $76.85. So that's going to be the point to watch here for FTX there in terms of a resistance point. If you can break that to the upside, you could be looking at a nice breakout to the next horizontal lower high there, and that's going to be bringing you all the way up to around 81.43 there. But please don't be naive to the fact that you could easily find resistance here, right? You could easily find resistance. Let's go on the basis that you do find resistance, because we like to plan for every single scenario here, just so we're prepared. Whichever way it goes, we're prepared here. So yeah, if the resistance is going to play out, it is going to be from this zone, and then you're going to see pretty much catastrophic dumpage to the downside. No, not exactly. I'm only playing. You've got higher lows, as I said, and these always act as a level of support that you either break or it holds you up, right? So yeah, if we do see resistance coming through, you're likely to scare around these zones if you are going to have continuation to the downside. And then if you do touch this lower side here in terms of this horizontal, then you can be talking about potential for a parallel channel, right? You could potentially having a parallel channel coming through that it is going to be looking so. Going to be looking in terms of levels of resistance, going to be something along the lines of that. In terms of levels of support, something along the lines of that, right? And then you could be looking at some sort of breakout in terms of a measure move. Could be looking along the lines of this. Is just for the future in terms of speculatively speaking here, guys. In terms of breakouts for the future, in terms of the shorter term time frame, could be something along the lines of this. Like so. I don't usually do this in terms of predicting chart patterns like this, but just for you there. Completely forgotten your name, Amir. Yeah, completely for you there, Amir. Just for the future, definitely a few things to take into consideration there. But yeah, done with a bit of FTT there. Let me see some more requests in the chat there, guys, and we will get to that very, very shortly indeed. When I say shortly, I mean now. Let's jump to Solana. We've got I'm gonna try and say your name. I'm gonna try to say your name, but I'm pretty bad at reading, so you're gonna have to give me a break here. Bangnog, maybe, hopefully. Hey Chester, I hope it's all good. Could you see Dot? It feels like we wants to skyrocket any time now. I will have a look at Dot for you there, man. Once I've done with Solana, not a problem at all. You see a lot of these parallel channels that we're not really having proper breakouts to the downside. I think it's just because Bitcoin obviously dumped like crazy. And then to be fair, I'm gonna move away from the hourly chart. I'm not really an hourly chart trader. It's just recently I've been on it just because we haven't really been doing anything. You know, when there's nothing to be done here in terms of big swings for the longer term time frames, what do? You jump down to the smaller term time frames and you do a little bit of scalps, little minor breakouts, that sort of scenarios coming through there. But yeah, at this point in time, guys, you can see we've got a little bit of a parallel channel on the longer term time frames to the upside, right? This huge uptrend that we have seen for quite a while for Solana. These lines are quite dominant as well. Let me get rid of them. Trying to make it more visually appealing for you guys as well. But yeah, Solana, obviously, we did see this insane crash to the downside, banging it, as you can see. Volume weighted ATR, but heavily respected as per usual. Heavily respected, very, very good gauge to where the price is going to go there. We saw a massive recovery for Solana there. I'm sure we all know this. Massive buying up for Solana, and then a continuation to the upside from there. Crazy. No one thought this was going to have the continuation to the upside after it just performing so goddamn well recently, which is quite good to see. I must say it is quite good to see. But from there, is it all-time highs? I think it might be all-time highs coming through there. Yeah, I think it is all-time highs coming through there. After all-time highs getting set there for Solana, we definitely need to take into consideration the all-time high rule, guys. We know the all-time rule on this channel. If you're new to this channel and you don't know the all-time high rule, if you're setting new all-time highs, look for the reversal, because always be taking profit in the all-time highs, right? Always, because 80% of the time, we always reverse back. We always reverse back to the previous all-time high. It's literally, it's uncanny. It happens so much. I can't stress that enough. So yeah, if you ever set an all-time high, remember to always take some profit, guys, because you're likely to come back down to, well, you're very, very likely to come back down to the previous all-time high. As you can see here, clear example of that. And if you're sat at a previous all-time high, if you're sat at an all-time high and you're itching to get in, just be calm, collected, wait, be patient. You will come back down, and then there's going to be another entry point for you to get in, right? So yeah, definitely a thing to take into consideration your trading ability for the future. Don't just be FOMOing in, right? Solana killing it. Same with Luna. Luna's had some big retracement today, actually. I do want to touch on that. It's actually down 10%, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I'll get to Dot, and then we'll have a little look at Luna, shall we? Let me have a little drink of the old H2O, and then we'll carry on. I see on the stream there, Ryan McLaughlin. Cool name. Cool name. Yeah, so in terms of Solana right now, we're currently sat on a pretty key resistance point, right? We could actually get rejected here. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we did, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we did. And as you can see, just because we've seen insane buying backs coming through there for insane uptrends, insane parabolicness coming through for Solana. So I must say we do need a bit more of a correction. We do need a bit more of a correction for it to be healthy. But hey, don't sweat it. We've got lovely levels of support below us. So I don't think we're going to be going lower than $163 if we do see that actually come down there. But at the end of the day, we're setting higher lows. We've got a nice consolidation point along this zone here. So yeah, this is going to be the point that's holding us up at this point in time. So if you are going to see reversal, I would be looking at 178 being a lovely bounce point for us there. I can just see us basically consolidating for a bit for Solana. I would be quite shocked if we were going to have continuation up to the new all-time highs at this point in time, just with the market looking the way it's looking. We would need BTC to actually make some pretty big gains for Solana to actually have that extra little bit of push, extra little bit of momentum there, excuse me. So yeah, let's jump to DOT for who was it? Did we do DOT for? Was it Green Goblin? Was it Green Goblin? No, it wasn't. It was. Oh, who was it? I said hello to them as well. Yes, boss. Audi RS5. Nice stuff. Sold it to buy Bitcoin. I'm in London. Hopefully, I'll come to one of your events. Yeah, that'd be wicked, man. I'll be there in my McLaren. I can't see who I did DOT for, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still gonna do it. Let me jump to DOT. So I need a drink of water as well. Like, still haven't recovered from this super flu, and no, it's not COVID. It's actually worse than COVID when I had COVID. Right, let's do DOT. Let's do a bit of DOT. As you can see here, we have seen a nice uptrend for DOT. Pretty good, actually, I must say, just because after seeing this downtrend and setting this lower high, it was likely we were going to come down, and this 200 EMA there was looking very friendly. But no, we've actually found a lovely level of support after testing this zone for quite a while in terms of this horizontal at $28.86 there, and we've actually seen pretty good momentum to the upside. Green Goblin says, I heard DOT is due to pump. To be honest, right here, if we can break this lower high here, I would expect us to be coming up to this zone here. In terms of that zone, it's $34.97. That's going to be the target price, and that does correlate very attractively with the volume-weighted ATR band as well. And we know the resistance and the support that we do find from this volume-weighted ATR band here. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if we can actually get up there, and whether it's going to provide us with a resistance, or we're going to break through it and find a lovely level of support and ride that juicy wave to the upside there. That's going to be the ideal scenario. But in terms of a shorter term target for DOT right here, I would be looking at breaking through this zone, and this is going to be a breakout here. Now, right now, if we're to draw any sort of chart pattern, it would be an ascending triangle. It would be an ascending triangle because you can see the levels of support that we've got on this lower side here, and you can see pretty much clear horizontal resistance at this point in time here, guys. If we are looking for any sort of breakout in terms of a measure move, it is going to be along the lines of this, and it might measure up perfectly. Near enough perfectly with that horizontal and the volume weighted ATR band. So yeah, that's going to be maybe we get to that zone there and have a little wick, say hello, and then see the resistance play out from there. In terms of percent for that breakout chart position there, it's going to be around a 10%. But I would say, nothing I say is financial advice, of course, I would say if this is a position that that I'm going to be entering, I would be very cautious in getting out of this zone, because as you can see here, a lot of wicks. Big fly in my face. A lot of wicks to the touching to the top side here. So that's obviously a very scarce zone if we are going to have any sort of reversal. So yeah, ideally you want to be clearing the zone before entering any sort of long position coming up through there. Now, in terms of what we are seeing for the RSI, pretty central. I wouldn't say as I would say we are obviously on the way up here, but we're not actually. We've got a lot of room. We've got a lot of room for growth there. A lot of room for growth there. I would be inclined to draw a trend line coming through here. You can see it's quite respected along this zone here. So yeah, this is going to be a point that we are going to be looking for resistance there, and that could potentially correlate pretty well with a little trap coming through from this wick here. So if we are going to put a horizontal in this zone here, we're going to be basically watching this zone very keenly, because that does correlate pretty well with the RSI in terms of a resistance point coming through there. Stars are aligning. Use the information that we do have coming through, right? I know a lot of people will be asking for ADA today, right? And that's why I'm going to jump in and out and see what's actually happening for ADA. So let me jump to ADA quickly, because there's not that much going on. Still, we went very parabolic here, guys. We went very parabolic, and at this point in time, when we're climbing Everest, we need to be resting at base camp 1. Ideally, what we want is a nice amount of consolidation here, and then we can be talking about another leg up there. This is the healthiest scenario for ADA right now. If we are going to see insane legs up to the upside here, the crash when the news comes out tomorrow is going to be even bigger there. Is going to be even bigger there. So we do need the markets to chill the F out. We need ADA to chill out here. Otherwise, we are going to see big crashes to the downside. Right, jumping back to Luna, because I did say I'd jump to Luna next. I will just be touching in and out of ADA throughout the stream here, guys. Is that 41 likes? Amazing. Amazing stuff there, guys. I do appreciate that. Your likes do not go unnoticed. I do promise you that. Bit of Luna. Yes, Luna. Hello, how are you? Pretty rough. Pretty rough. It's been a rough day. We saw Mount Everest get climbed. No consolidation at the top there. We just saw rejection, right? Rejection coming through there. Can you check FTM, please? Potentially AP. I will see what I can do. And do you have an AP watch? Because they're very expensive, and I want one. But yeah, anyway, let me jump to Luna. Come on. Let me jump to Luna. As you can see here, new all-time highs being set for Luna, and we know the new all-time high rule. The new all-time high rules that we do talk about here, people. We do talk about these 80% of the time when we set new all-time highs. We always come back down. 80% of the time, we come back down and say hello to the previous all-time high. So the target point for that is going to be 36.34. And currently, from the top to where we are now in terms of this little retracement coming through there, we're currently down around 13.47%. I mean, what's going to be another 6% to the downside before we see continuation to the upside there? It's quite likely to happen, right? After pumping a significant amount in the space of literally 8 hours, it's quite expected there for Luna. And I do think probably Solana's probably quite responsible for this, because they're in the same sort of category in terms of technology there, guys. So yeah, we just need to take that into consideration, right, for the future there. Let me have a little look at the chat coming through there. We got Hero Optimist coming through there. Did you do ADA? It has done a good pump today. Yes, it has. So well done to all the ADA holders out there. Yeah, it's nice to see you on the stream there, Hero Optimist. Do appreciate you coming through. Didn't expect you to stream today. I don't usually, but I thought I'd do a little surprise Saturday stream. I won't be here for too long, but I'm here nonetheless to give you guys a bit of entertainment on your Saturday evening, I guess, right? But yeah, as you can see here, for Luna, we do actually have a pretty dominant trend line coming up as well. So yeah, this is going to be a point to watch. If we do break that to the downside, then I would expect continuation to the downside as well there, guys. So yeah, we could have a breakout to the downside after if we do lose this horizontal, because the stars are aligning for a correlative breakout to the downside there. So yeah, leave that in your back pocket. Let it soak into the jeans, because because that could happen, right? Yeah, so let me jump to Cake for for Amir. Really thirsty today. Office is getting hotter and hotter. As the OGs on the channel know, my office does heat up pretty rapidly. My PC puts out a lot of heat, and I have to have the blinds closed, so the sun doesn't come in and ruin the camera lens, right? Along the lines of that, right? But yeah, so let's see what we got here for Cake. Obviously, crypto crash coming through there. 35 minutes that we did have coming through there, guys. But yeah, we're seeing a bit more momentum to the upside, but it's still not great. We did see lower highs getting challenged here from this like uptrend, I guess, and then saw rejection coming down from this 21 moving average there. I mean, at this point in time, we are seeing a nice healthy day so far. I would say it's a nice healthy day so far for Cake over the weekend. And in terms of the challenge point that we are looking for here, it is going to be start off of candle body close and open here of this high point here, and that's going to be around at 21.11 there. That's going to be the ideal scenario there for Cake. If we can't get to that, that's going to be the resistance point to be looking for there, people. That's going to be the resistance point to be looking for. And also, I didn't touch on I know I didn't touch on Bitcoin on the longer term time frame, because you see what we got coming through here, people. We got a golden cross coming through on the daily that we do need to basically think about this weekend. As you can see here, getting dangerously close to the 50 moving average coming up. I don't know if that's changed now. It's still the 50. Yeah, we've got the 50 SMA coming up and saying hello to the 200 SMA as well. So yeah, that's going to be a point to be definitely looking out for over the Probably over the weekend, maybe. Yeah, probably Sunday. Sunday we'll probably be saying hello to it. Monday it probably will come into fruition, and then we'll see. We'll see what actually happens, because there's quite a lot going on at this point in time. I thought my mouse died on battery then. That would have been pretty goddamn dreadful, right? We've got, yeah, so Cake coming through there. In terms of targets for Cake right now, I can see you actually coming up and saying hello to the 21 moving average. You can see the resistance that you did find from that zone last time there. So yeah, this is going to be the point that you want to watch. If you don't break this, if you don't break this and you actually find the resistance and this trend is going to have a reversal coming down here, then I would be looking to come down and say hello to the volume weighted ATR, which we got coming up saying here. In terms of a price, that's going to be around $19, 18.8, that sort of area, that sort of scenario there. If that is to happen there, it is unfortunately going to be a lower high, right? It's going to be unfortunately be a lower high, and that's obviously a bearish chart pattern there, potentially having continuation to the downside. We do have a nice horizontal in terms of the candle body close here from before. That's going to be sat around that $18.43. So yeah, there's a bit of support there forming. And at this point in time, if you do see us come down and bounce off this zone, we're going to be seeing some sort of parallel channel be formed again. And then we can be looking for a breakout to the top side or the downside using our measure move system there. Yeah, we'll just have to see how that plans out for the future for Cake. But at this point in time, we're in a nice daily uptrend, I guess, right? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But yeah, there's going to be a resistance point around this sort of zone there. So delete that line. But yeah, not too bad. Let me jump to what's next. We'll do a bit of FTM for AP there. If you got requests, guys, smash them in the chat there. Put them in the chat. We got a bit of phantom coming through there. So as you can see, no measure move completion here in terms of the falling wedge pattern. And this is why we stagger our take profits all the way down, guys. That's why we stagger our take profits all the way down. Just because if we stagger them all the way down, we're not going for the end of the completion of the measure move. We're already taking profit all the way down there. And then we basically take our stop loss and we move it back to our entry, right? And then if we do see a reversal like we are seeing now, we would have been stopped out. Yes, we would have. But we've already taken a massive lump of profit on the way down. And that basically means we're stopping at our entry. So it's not a loss. It's a successful trade. It basically minimizes your losses completely. It makes your trading history just green. It's just money. It's just good strategy of making money out here. Your brother's Satan coin. That's XRP. So yeah, in terms of what's happening now for Phantom, we are seeing a bit of health. It's a bit healthy. We've seen a nice bottom, testing it 3 times. We do like we've seen this test it 3 times. Ideally, it usually breaks on the 3rd time, right? But we didn't actually see that. We saw a nice trend reversal. Lower highs actually being invalidated. Momentum gaining here for Phantom. Not too shabby, if I may say myself. We're coming up to some coiled moving averages, and we know what that means. It means there's a breakout coming through, right? There's a breakout coming through, and that could potentially be, I would be looking for a lovely level of support being formed now. Now we have broken. It is going to be around this sort of area here. As you can see here, guys, this is a very correlative zone at $1.59 for Phantom there. If we are going to bounce, it is going to be from this zone to the upside there, and then the target price point from there is going to be the next correlative zone. As you can see here, we've got a nice bit of consolidation here. That's going to be around this $1.70 there. That's going to be the point to be looking for Phantom. Bounce to the downside and bounce back up. Test this zone again, see if we can break it and have the continuation to the upside from there. If we lose this zone to the downside here, we've got a lot of levels of support at this point in time, and they will turn into resistance there. They will turn into resistance. So if we are going to be breaking that to the downside, we're going to have a lot more to get through to break back up. But yeah, in terms of looking bullish right now on the micro, it's not looking too bad. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. We are seeing a trend reversal. It's a bit parabolic, I'd say, on the 4 hourly, but we've seen a bit of a dirty wick to the downside in the last 4 hours to, well, the last hour and a half to basically validate that. So yeah, ideally you do want to see some sort of momentum gain to the upside there. Lord Rothschild says Satoshi just opened another bottle of scotch. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff there. What is Bitcoin doing, actually? Still looking for a breakout. Still looking for momentum to gain to the upside there. Aiming for these lower highs. But nothing quite as of yet. There's nothing quite as of yet, guys. Should we do a vote? Let's do a vote, shall we? I know there's not that many people watching today on this Saturday evening, because I know a lot of people are busy. But I thought for the people who don't really have anything planned, I thought I'd jump on and we could do a little bit of crypto together, right? And I'm one of those people who's got nothing planned, right? It's just how we live out here. But yeah, anyway. And I love doing this. And I've been working all day anyway, so I might as well just jump on live. So yeah, as you can see here, guys, we are in a breakout for Bitcoin. Let's do a vote. Do you think we're going to have our first potential take profit point hit at this this horizontal here at 46,355? What I want from you in the chat, I want a number one. Let me do a bigger one, actually. I want a nice big number one in the chat if you think we're going to get to that 46k sort of level. And if you think we're going to get to here from the completion of the measure move, seeing a gain of around, enough around 2% there for Bitcoin. If you think we're going to get there, put a 1 in the chat. If you think this is going to be a trap and we're going to see continuation to the downside here, and, well, not continuation to the downside, if we're going to see another breakout to the downside, and what we are seeing here, this breakout is actually a trap, and you think we're going to reclaim this falling wedge pattern down at around 45, we're going to test 45 again, put a number 2 in the chat, guys. That's what I want to see. I want a 2 in the chat for 45, and I want a 1 in the chat for 40. Should we say 46? No, I'm a bit too close. 46.4. 46.4 in the chat. 1 in the chat for 46.4 and 2 in the chat for a lovely 45 there. Let me see what you guys are thinking out here. And don't worry, I know it's not going to be popping. I know it's not going to be popping because I know there's not that many of you. AP is saying 1. AP is saying that we are going to see continuation to the upside, which is going to be for a weekend right now. Hopefully we can. We have seen quite a lot of continuation in terms of this trend right now. But yeah, it would be lovely to see this breakout actually come to fruition and actually us come up and actually test this 46,400 again. And Haristo is saying, I hope I'm saying that right. Haristo is saying 1 as well. Hopefully we can get to that as well. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if we can get that. Hashtag saying it's going to be a trap. We're going down to 2. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So yeah, we'll see what's good. So yeah, what's for Restless, let's do a bit of link. And guys, if you've got any requests, get your altcoin requests in the chat and I'll get to that. Lethal Minds in the stream? Hello, bro. What you saying, man? I hope you're having a good day. Didn't see you coming through. You kept quiet today, my guy. It's looking like a 1 for me here, Optimist. That's what he's saying there. So let's do a little review on that quickly. 1 to the upside there is yeah, is the narrative, I think, at this moment. So the 1s are winning. Nope, 7s come in, leveled the playing field, 50-50. Now Green Goblin is saying 1 as well. So yeah, interesting stuff that SkyDMX is going to blow everyone out of the water, and he's saying 43k. He's saying 43k is on the cards here. Going to be down for this wick again, coming down to the test of the downside. A break coming through from this falling wedge pattern. So yeah, definitely, we'll see what's coming through there, and we'll see what basically happens, right? So yeah, nice to see you on the stream there, Lethal Mind. So yeah, let me do some requests. Let me do a bit of link, and then we'll do some Quant, because hashtag been asking a few times, and I missed it last time, man. Apologies. I will get to that. I will get to that, my good sir. What are we seeing here? I mean, we've got clear trend line like so, right? Clear trend line like so. We want something a bit more correlative. I would say symmetrical triangle in terms of after this dump here. This dump kind of ruined a lot of TA, right? A lot of TA in terms of correlative points there. Yeah, so I would say symmetrical triangle that we do have coming through there. Probably a bit more like that. So yeah, we're not quite looking for any sort of breakout near at this point in time for Link. But if we are going to see it, it is going to be something along the lines of this, right? Getting all bunged up again. Not nice. But yeah, if we are going to see any sort of breakout right now, it's going to be an uptrend looking something along the lines of this, guys. And that's going to be something like this in terms of percentages, right? In terms of percentages, we're looking at around a 6.25% gain to the upside. And that's it's going to be interesting to see if that does happen. If we go on the most recent downtrend, if we are going to break to the downside here, we're going to be looking at something considerably more here. And that's going to be along the lines of this, bringing us down very, very correlative to these horizontal points. As you can see here, very, very strong support there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we do get down there, we're likely to bounce, right? We're likely to bounce, although we have tested it quite a few times there. Quite a few times. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that plans out, actually, because we could even do something along the lines of this here. We could do something along the lines of this. Along the lines of this, and having some sort of parallel channel coming through like so, right? Obviously, that's pretty bad drawing. Parallel channel coming through, something along the lines of this, right? And then we can be looking at a break again to the downside if we are going to see us break this parallel channel, right? So yeah, a couple of scenarios to play out there for Link if that is going to happen. But first things first, in terms of the shorter term timeframes, I would be looking for a break out of this symmetrical triangle. That's going to be the most likely thing to be take in terms of a gauge of information. That's what we want to be seeing here, right? Let me have a little look coming through there at the chat. Quant's next, isn't it, for hashtag? Let me do a bit of Quant. And guys, I do stream. I know you guys are weekend people. I know you're weekend people, right? But I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday. So if you are a day trader and you like to do this every day, or you're just new to crypto in general, and you wanna learn, you wanna study, you want help with that, I can help you with that. No, I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday, guys. So if you are intrigued and learning, and you are a new trader out here, or you're a professional, join the community. We've got a lovely, tight-knit community, around 190 members or something on the Telegram now, and the link is in the description, guys. Very, very good Telegram there. And also, I do have my altcoin shopping list is there. List is in there as well. So yeah, if you did want to join that, that is all there for you. You won't regret it, honestly. I'm in there like every single day. We're always talking crypto. And if you're passionate about crypto like I am, then you'll have fun too. Yeah, in terms of Quant right now, I'd say rising wedge, near enough parallel channel, but not quite. We are on the 4-hourly. I mean, we have seen obviously a huge parabolic motion coming through there for Quant, and that's obviously happened quite recently. Considering the week that we've had for crypto, this has done remarkably well. Remarkably well there. So yeah, well done hashtag for your request there. It's done remarkably well, and 47 likes, amazing stuff as well there, guys. Absolutely killing it today on this fine Saturday evening. But yeah, as you can see, parabolic motion. We spoke about this parabolic motion. We spoke about all these parabolic motions coming through there. We know what happens when we're trying to climb Everest like this. We need to be resting, right? We need to be resting at base camp 1. And we need to be getting some air. And this is exactly what we're doing. When I say resting, I mean consolidating, chilling the F out before taking another leg up. And this is basically what has happened here. We've got a bull flag scenario coming through here after a parabolic motion. And then, hey, look, we've got a lovely, less parabolic, but still parabolic nonetheless in terms of the 4 hours coming through here. 4-hourly candles coming through there. Need a goal to get 200 there this day. Yeah, that'd be interesting if we can get 200 members in the Telegram by the end of today. That'd be quite cool, man. But yeah, as you can see here, and it's a good Telegram group, guys. It's a good Telegram. There's no spammers, there's no negativity. It's all positive. And if you are new to trading, that's like your safe space to be asking new questions and stuff like that. And if you want some TA done, there's loads of TA guys in there as well who do literally free TA for you. So yeah, it's good. It's a great group. It's a great group. Don't want to big up my own community, but I big you guys up. Your G's out here. But yeah, in terms of a breakout to the downside, because obviously rising wedges tend to break to the downside, guys. We got a little 20.97% move. That's what we are going to be looking for if we are going to see any sort of breakout to the downside, continuation to the downside. All of these levels of support actually get lost. We do have a volume weighted ATR band saying hello on the 4-hourly here, and that's obviously this tiny little cheeky red line coming through there, guys. And this is quite a new coin because the volume weighted ATR band isn't saying hello, right? It's obviously, I don't think it's that new. I just think the listing on Binance is quite new. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. But the breakout to the downside would be something along the lines of this. Looking at around a price of around 284 there. I think somebody wants AVAX. Yeah, I think I missed your request there. I'm gonna give your name an attempt at reading it because I'm pretty bad at reading. Nilushka Madhusan. Nilushka Madhusan. Hopefully I got that right. I'll always give it a go, right? Always give it a go. Whereabouts are you from, man? I'd like to know because that name sounds quite Asian. It's cool. Cool stuff. I mean, I've got a strange name as well. There's not a lot of Chesters in the world. So, AVAX. What are you doing? What are you doing, AVAX? Pumping considerably. Jump to the daily and see some all-time highs. So the all-time high at the moment for AVAX, we are looking at around $60. Looking at around $60, currently trading at 53.84. In terms of momentum to get to that sort of level, what I would be looking for here is a breakout of this rising wedge pattern to the upside here, guys, which we know it's not as likely as this break into the downside. They usually break to the downside, but it's still it's crypto. It can happen. It can happen. Oh, Jermaine wants Theta, so yeah, I will do Theta next, not a problem. So yeah, as you can see, it can happen for AVAX. If we are going to break to the upside, it is going to be something along the lines of, let me just get these in the right position. It's going to be something along the lines of this. We're going to go on the most recent uptrend here. Let me move that trend line as well. Got a bit of ski whip there. Yeah, we're going to move this trend line to there. We're going to do the measure move. The measure move to the upside here. And that's going to be banging new all-time highs, I do believe. Am I correct? Yes, that will be banging new all-time highs. And obviously, guys, we are going to see resistance on the way up if we do see that breakout coming through. So there's definitely a point to be watching out for that. And then we're going to just throw in an all-time high rule, guys. If we see new all-time highs, we know 80% of the time we usually come back and test previous all-time highs there. So yeah, we just need to take that into consideration for AVAX. If we do see a break to the upside here, new all-time highs will be set. They will be set, but we're likely to see retracement there. We're likely to see retracement when we see the completion of the measure move. And also we've got the volume weighted ATR band coming up to say hello as well. So that's a very crucial level of resistance. Whether we get rejected along that zone first or we break it, it's very, very interesting to see what is actually going to happen. Because if we can break that, we usually ride along it, as you can see there, before we break down again. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can actually hold this this little tiny thin red line there, because if we can, we're going to be looking at humongous gains there for AVAX. But yeah, as I said, this is not going to be overnight. It's going to be over the course of a few weeks or so, because we are on the 4-hourly chart here. It's not going to be instant, and if it does go parabolic, guys, just wait for an entry. Don't FOMO in. You're going to probably get wrecked, right? Obviously nothing I said is financial advice, guys. You've got to go do your own research before entering any positions or taking any sort of educational standpoint on what I say. But yeah, let me have a look at the chat coming through there. Protect says, hello, Chester. Ethereum long at 3395. Can I get out at break even decoupled with BTC? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look coming through. So I do like doing this on stream. Oh yeah, you can see the ascending triangle really did break to the downside there. So where are we? Let me get that line. So 3395. I do like doing this. I like reviewing people's trades live on stream. I think that's quite fun. So 3395 is your entry, and you're saying, can you get to that point again? Can you get to that break-even point? First things first, I'm going to start off by saying we're in an uptrend, right? We're in a nice micro uptrend from the start of the day to now, right? It's not looking too bad. I'm sure you've been watching this today thinking, oh, I could actually be getting to this point, right? But what I would say here, on the previous downtrend that we have seen here, you can see the lower highs that we've got. We've got one here, another one here, another one here from the previous high there. Just on this micro downtrend here, these lower highs are very, very dominant, right? And this is what we're seeing now. This is what's holding us back from seeing that progression to the upside, right? As you can see here, this is going to form some sort of zone, probably along the lines of this, right? As you can see, resistance being formed continuously. So in terms of a breakout for what you are looking for here, protect there. If you're looking for any sort of breakout, if you're looking at any sort of getting to that break-even point, you need to be breaking 3334.91. That's going to be your break point there. And a bit of good news, because you've got these moving averages coming up, and they're holding you. They're holding you up here. You were testing the volume weight to the TR to the downside, but no, you found the support, and you actually banged it above the 10 simple. You've got above the 21, and now they're crossing over, looking for a breakout. Hopefully, consolidate a little bit more until you just get squeezed into this zone, and then hopefully you can bang it straight through the 55 moving average and see that breakout target get hit. At the end of the day right now, you are setting higher lows. You're setting higher lows in terms of the micro uptrend that you are in right now. If you're setting higher lows, it is still a bit bullish. It's bullish on the short-term time frames, right? It's very bullish on the short-term time frame, but just hopefully you can get over this zone. This is your target. So yeah, that's the point to watch there if you are looking to get out of break even. And then even when you're at break even of that trade, you could still potentially be bouncing around in this zone, and then you could even get another leg up from there. So yeah, a couple of scenarios for you to be taken into consideration there, my good sir. Let me jump to the chat there. Nice pronounced, bro. Oh, sweet, man. Hopefully I got that right. I'll always try to pronounce it. How do you feel about Quant, bro? Says Jamie Barry. I don't really know that much about the fundamentals behind Quant, bro, but I did see the chart. It's looking pretty good. Maybe I should do some research on Quant, because for it to be doing that while the rest of the cryptos lock themselves in the toilet, it's quite good. So yeah, I'll do some research on Quant. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys mentioning that. Green Goblin saying, I'm going for a run later, bro. Good to see you keeping healthy, my guy. Good to see you keeping healthy. I went for a run yesterday as well. And then I had KFC afterwards, so it kind of invalidated the run. Go chain, hold next 5 years. Yes, no, sir, tell me, says Luck. Luck, I've got a video on GoChain. If you want to go check that out, it's got some fundamental research on GoChain as well. And yes, it's definitely one for the future, I do think. Lethal Mind. Let's have a little look at MOVR. Don't think I've ever done any TA on this, and it's obviously a quite Moon River. Goodness me, says it all. Is it Moon River or is it going to be is it it's the same thing, right? It's got Moon River in the name. If it's got moon in the name, if a coin has moon in the name, it's usually bad. But definitely moon. Definitely moon from open. Damn. What? It's crazy. And to be fair, it's been trending up ever since, so can't knock it too much. Just a lot of crypto names do make me laugh sometimes. Ah, for goodness sake, I forgot to do Theta, Jermaine. I will get to that. Gallo. ADA is pumping, and I got a free quarter-pounder at Mackey's today. Cool stuff there. Cool stuff, man. Moon equals stay away. Yes, 7, you are correct there. 48 likes, guys. You're killing it out here. But yeah, so we'll do a little request on Moon River right now. As you can see, new all-time highs. I mean, to be honest, from open, this is obviously absolutely done very, very well indeed. Currently trading at $480 there. It's gonna be very interesting to see what actually happens and what the fundamentals is behind Moon River, if there are any, if there are any. But it's gonna go on my list to do some research because the chart doesn't actually look too bad, right? Trend is your friend, and we will ride it until the end. That's the mentality here on this channel, and as you can see, this is riding its way up. We are setting new all-time highs, and this is just a clean-cut example of my all-time high rule. When we set new all-time highs, 80% of the time, guys, we come back down and we test previous all-time highs. So yeah, that's basically exactly what's happened there. So yeah, if you're ever in an all-time high sort of scenario, for me personally, I always take a massive lump of profit, and then I look for another entry when we come back down to the previous all-time high, and vice versa. If you are in that scenario again, but you're not in yet, and you're looking to FOMO in, and you just can't wait to get in, it's always going to come back down. It's always going to come back down to the previous highs. Well, usually it does, 80% of the time. I mean, look, clean example is ADA, right? ADA the other day, we saw new all-time highs of like $3 and something. Let me touch on ADA quickly. So new all-time highs for ADA of $3.10 there, and you can see everyone was losing it after we crossed previous all-time highs there at $2.40, I think it was. Yeah, so previous all-time highs coming through $2.46 there. Everyone was absolutely losing it, right? Saying, oh my God, we're never going to get a chance to get into ADA again. We've missed it. We missed the boat. And then look, we just came straight back down to previous all-time highs without a bit of hesitation as well, and even consolidated along that zone. Granted, yes, we are pumping now, but we're going to see some sort of retracement, guys. We're not just going to keep going up from here. Smart contracts is tomorrow, and we know the whole buy the rumors, sell the news sort of scenario here. So yeah, probably going to see some gains coming through for ADA. I wouldn't go as far as new all-time highs. If new all-time highs do get reached there, we're going to have a big sell-off. I know that for a fact, guys. This is a lot of FOMO coming in for the news coming out tomorrow. And usually when we do see an announcement for news, especially like smart contracts or something like that, we usually see the price actually dump, right? We usually see the price actually dump. So yeah, let me jump to Theta there for Jermaine there. Well, that's obviously the disgusting start of the week that we had. Crazy stuff. Yeah, so obviously parallel channel we got coming through here. I lost my voice then. Parallel channel that we've got coming through here, guys. In terms of a measure move to the downside, we're still looking at something along the lines of this. If we do see the break and the continuation to the downside, it's going to be around a 22.58% gain there. It's going to be interesting to see if that does plan out. Now, ignoring that that parallel channel for a little bit now, let's just go on what we've recently just seen, right? What we've recently seen for Theta token, we can see some sort of, I'd say, symmetrical triangle planning out here, just to see how this does plan out. If we are going to have actually a breakout from the symmetrical triangle to the downside here, it's going to correlate very well with this measure move from that bigger chart pattern that we have as well, right? In terms of a target price for that, we're going to be looking at something we're going to be looking at something along the lines of this, down to around at $5.54 there. I mean, at this point in time, it's looking pretty rough. I'd say it is looking bearish. It's looking like we are going to have continuation to the downside here, and we are being seriously held up by this horizontal. As you can see, very, very, very strong in terms of a horizontal there. So we are being held up here, and this is why we're seeing the resistance playing out here there, guys. So yeah, if you can break that, then the target to the upside is going to be this $6.89, but let's just start with breaking that, right? And to be fair, that wick that we've just seen here on the most recent candle, or the second most recent candle, that obviously is buying opportunity, sorry, buying back scenario playing out there, right? We saw a dump coming through within an hour, and then the buyback is coming through near enough to entry, right? Near enough to entry, looking quite like a hammer candle, actually. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that plans out. But as I said, this line that you got coming through here, that's a very, very strong resistance line. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to take into consideration there, guys. Ian says, thoughts on Floki? Not sure. Moonriver is for EVM for Kasuma, same as Moonbeam for Polkadot. Okay, not too bad then, because Kasuma isn't too bad. My favorite project, QuantBit token, was featured on BitBoy Crypto today. It's pumping, says Fan. Good stuff. It just shows how much a YouTuber or someone with an audience can actually affect a coin, right? Can really affect a coin in terms of like the internet being used for that sort of stuff. Pretty crazy. Let me look at what's next. XRP. Should we have a look at XRP for Stygian? I think that's how you might say it. Stygian. It's called Project Quantum. Interesting. They could have got a bit more creative with the name, I must say. Project Quantum. So, XRP, same sort of scenario as the coin that we were just looking at there. What was it? Theta. Yeah, so the same sort of scenario, the coin that we were just looking at. It is something to fiddle with. I want a pen. So yeah, same sort of scenario, that's something that we're looking at. We've got a parallel channel, right? Got a parallel channel to the upside here, and this is obviously, you can see the resistance that we are seeing along this zone here. You can see the resistance playing out here continuously. You can see the levels of support that we are getting along in terms of this horizontal here. Now, we're currently obviously sat in this zone here, looking for some sort of breakout, right? The breakout is going to be 23.84% there to the downside, and it's going to be around 18.52% to the upside there. So a couple of scenarios to be taken into consideration for the longer term breakout scenarios there for XRP. Humongous parabolic pump coming through there. And this is just, it's quite a good example actually for a Mount Everest analogy coming through there, guys. As you can see, climbing Everest, if you're not going to rest at base camp 1 in a parabolic motion, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked. And we saw this happen with Matic. You know, when we had the insane crypto crash coming through in May, and then Matic just decided to pump up 230%, and everyone like was basically powered by FOMO, right? And there was nothing else doing well, and Matic was just soaring through. I don't think it was all-time highs, but it was soaring up insanely high, right? So yeah, it's quite a clean-cut example of that basically happening again, right? So yeah, just if we're FOMOing and stuff, if we're FOMOing it, if we're going parabolic and stuff like that, just be careful for swift rejections coming through like this, right? Now, in terms of a falling wedge chart pattern, which we are seeing at this point in time for XRP in terms of the shorter term time frame, you could be looking at a break to the upside here, and that break to the upside in terms of a measure move is going to be something along the lines of this, and it is going to bring you straight up to say hello to this 200 EMA, and that's going to be your resistance point to be looking for. Stein equals Belgian name. Okay, cool, man. Nice name. I like that. Cool stuff. Steingen. So I said it wrong then, saying Stygian. So your name is actually Stein. Okay, cool stuff. Like a beer glass, right? Stein. So yeah, anyway, 5.77% gain to the upside there for XRP. If the breakout is going to come into fruition there, that's what we're going to be looking for, right? And that obviously means we're going to be breaking out this chart pattern, breaking out and holding the level of the 55 moving average, and also we got a horizontal coming through at $1.10 there. That's going to be a point to be looking out for, and staggering take profits all the way up as we go, as we've got these lower high patterns coming through here, guys. We would be looking First take profit would be around that sort of area. Second take profit around this sort of area. Third take profit is going to be around this sort of area before having another take profit at the 200 EMA, and then the completion of the measure move for that 5.77%. You know why we stagger our take profits up like this, guys? Because if we've got our stop loss below all these major moving averages and inside of this chart pattern coming through here, we come up, right? We come up, we see one take profit get hit. What do we do? What do we do? We take our stop loss and we move it to our entry point. The reasoning for this is if we do see a reversal at any time from any of our take profits and this measure move isn't completed, we already hit one take profit and then we come back down. Yes, we come back down and we get stopped out. Trade is over, but it's a positive stop out because we've already taken profit and we've moved our stop loss to entry, right? So it's a no loss scenario. And if we have the continuation to the upside, amazing. We're still just eliminating all the risk for a loss there. It's still going to be a positive trade at the end of the day. So yeah, it's pretty much XRP covered there. Let me jump to Stein equals stone. Interesting. Interesting. 53 likes as well, guys. You're absolutely killing it. And your likes do not go unappreciated here. It is helping my YouTube channel out massively in terms of getting me a bigger audience so I can educate more people on a day-to-day basis. And if you are new here, guys, I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday, every single morning. So yeah, if you do want to stream with me, do you want to trade with me and all that juicy stuff there, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and you're never going to miss one of my uploads. I ain't got a gift for that popping around. Yeah, you know what to do. You know all that juicy stuff. So yeah, that's going to be the scenario for that. Let me jump to SLP for Niluksha for SLP. Just gonna have some H2O, and then we will carry on for you there, my good sir, or madam, or preferred pronoun. In Norwegian, Stein is stone, also name here. Yeah, it's quite interesting how the different languages. We've got Shivansh there. Nice to see you on the stream there, Shivansh. Haven't seen you in a while, my good friend. Dun, dun. You can see key resistance here. Key resistance from this point. Lower highs being set continuously, right? Lower highs being set continuously. Pretty rough stuff, right? Pretty rough stuff in terms of a downtrend. Yes, falling wedge pattern. Hello again. Most of the charts look the same. Falling wedge pattern, look at some along the lines of this. This is going to be the breakout opportunity coming through here. Ian says, can you do ALGO? Yes, sir, I can. I'll do a bit of ALGO for you there. Not a problem, man. Big cough there. Now, if we are looking for any sort of breakouts to the upside here, in terms of a measure move, it is going to be something along the lines of this. In terms of a measure move, something along the lines of this. Bang around at 8.63% to the upside there. And we know falling wedges usually break to the upside there, guys. So that's going to be the most sort of reliable scenario here. Chester, do you own some NFTs? No, I don't own any NFTs at this time. But I really would like to, right? I really would like to. I have been looking into them at the moment. But it's just a bit tricky, right? I think we're still very early for NFTs, right? I still think we're very early. I do think we're going to have some development coming through in terms of NFTs inside of the metaverse, right? And if you're not familiar with the metaverse, if you've seen the film Ready Player One, then you'll see it's all about VR and having a universe inside of a game in a sense, right? So yeah, it's going to be an endless universe, and I think NFTs is going to fall into the bracket of, say, clothing and skins and all that sort of stuff there. So yeah, that's going to be something to look out for the future. Yes, SLP, this is going to be breakouts to the downside, that's going to be breakouts to the upside. We've got horizontal coming through here, sat around that 8 cents there. Currently in an uptrend, seeing a bit of resistance coming through from this top side of this falling wedge pattern, sorry. And also we have seen this 55 get challenged, but not quite held. We're currently going to come down and challenge the 21, saying hello with the 10 simple as well, sat at around the 8 cents and 9.2 there. That's going to be the ideal sort of support point we are looking for to be setting another higher low point. If we can see a reversal and continuation to the upside, it's going to be looking still bullish in terms of the daily here, looking in terms of like the daily uptrend that we are seeing here, guys. So yeah, not too bad, but at the end of the day, you're still in a falling wedge pattern. So yeah, I would be ideally looking to get out of that ASAP rocky sort of scenario there, and these are the breakouts we are looking for. A Chester and Hammy NFT, girthy. Worst con I can see now is Doge. I'm not a big Doge fan. ALGO for Ian. Algorand. Rising wedge pattern, as you can see here, and we did see a lovely breakout to the downside. Smashing through all major moving averages here. Very good stuff indeed. Take profits hit all the way down, I do presume. It's the wrong key there. So, right here, right now, let's jump to the 4 hourly. What I would be saying here, people, for Algorand, we've obviously seen pretty big gains, right? Pretty big gains. Can you give a bit more explanation about the stop loss and stuff? So, thank you for the subscription, my good sir. Hopefully I'll see you back on the stream there. But yeah, so your stop loss, it's quite a controversial thing, but I'll see what I can cover for you. Let's have a little play with this. So as you can see here, let's get a chart pattern for starters, because basically we trade on breakouts, right? That's the ideal scenario. We trade on breakouts, and that consists of like volume, chart patterns, moving average horizontals, that sort of stuff, RSIs, bearish divergence, bullish divergence. There's a lot of information there. We've got MACD cycles as well, EMA ribbon. There's so much information you can throw into a trade, right? So yeah, at this point in time, we are looking at explaining a stop loss to you, sir. Right, so as you can see here, 4 hourly chart here, we've got a bullish pennant chart pattern here, and this symmetrical triangle at the top of a nice run up here, and that's what a bullish pennant chart pattern is. And if you are new to trading these things, you'll gradually just learn them continuously. The more you trade, right? The more you trade, the more you'll learn it. So yeah, if we are looking for any sort of breakout here, we go on the most recent uptrend if we're going to break up, and then we go on the most recent downtrend if we're going to break down. And this is not a lot of traders. I know some traders do this, but I know a lot more YouTube traders, they showcase it like this, right? And we're like, yep, we're going to go for such a huge move here. We're going to be going for a price target of around $2.8 there. But no, this is like the least likely scenario. Maybe for Forex and stuff like that, we are going to get breakouts like that. But in terms of crypto, this is quite unlikely, right? Because we don't actually respect as many trends coming through for crypto there. So yeah, I make more money doing small measure moves like this, and that's why I do them. And then you stagger take profits in terms of that strategy, that gridding strategy that I was showing you on previous charts there. So let's go on the basis here that we're going to break to the downside here. Let's go on that basis, right? We're going to break to the downside here. Now, in terms of a stop loss, we're going to be looking at it, say, first things first, we got to come down, and we got to lose these levels of support in terms of getting into that trade. That's the volume weighted ATR band that we got coming through here, and that's this juicy red line here, and also this yellow 21 moving average as well. They're acting as heavy levels of support there. As we lose them, we could be looking at a lovely short position, right, for the completion of this measure move, around 11%, maybe even moving that down a bit. Moving that down a bit is going to be along the lines of around an 8.23% gain there. Now, in terms of a stop loss, we've got the 10 simple coming down, the 10 SMA coming down to say hello as well. So say if we entered around that $1.99, we know our profit margin in terms of a completion of the measure move is going to be around at 8.33%. So now we know our stop loss. For starters, our stop loss has to be in this chart pattern. The reasoning for that is you can see the level of support that we are currently finding along this trend line. The moment we lose that, it's going to be acting as resistance. So this is going to be the point to be holding us back from being stopped out. Now also, we've got a 10 simple moving averages, 10 simple moving average, which also acts as resistance and support. So if we lose that, it's going to be acting as resistance as well there. So we're going to have our stop loss above that. But remember, your stop loss has to be closer than what your take profit margin is. Otherwise, you can't. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty pointless risk reward scenario, right? So, buy ADA now or not, lad, says Boy27. To be honest, man, there's going to be a better entry. There's going to be a better entry tomorrow. I do think we're going to have huge dumps for ADA because we've got big fundamental news coming out. And when we do see big fundamental news come out, literally 90% of the time, the price dumps off an absolute cliff because as you can see, you are seeing a lot of buying up coming through now. And that's obviously a lot of people jumping in thinking, oh my God, it's going to pump like crazy tomorrow. It probably won't, and then they're all going to sell their ADA, right? So it's usually what happens. Buy the rumors, sell the news. That's that sort of scenario. Now, if you haven't got enough, back to the stop loss sort of little lesson coming through there for you there, sir. Just because you subscribed and stuff for Stein there. As you can see there, little stop loss lesson coming through. If use the moving average as a point as well, the chart pattern as a point as well, and if you haven't got anything on your time zone, anything on your time frame that you can use as a correlative point there, you can just drop down. You can drop down because there's going to be moving averages that are going to be there as well in terms of acting as levels of resistance continuously, and you can actually use them as information as well. And you basically just get as much information as you can, because look, you've got the 55 coming through as well there. So at this point in time, you're looking at around a $2.10 there for the 15-minute, $2.11 there for the hourly, and for the 4-hourly, you're probably looking at $2.07 there. So yeah, your stop loss would probably be around this sort of zone up here, because you can see across all the different time frames, you've got that support coming through there. So yeah, just take an average across all of them, and then just go from there, right? Obviously on the breakout to the downside. So yeah, hopefully that's given you a bit more of a clearer idea on stop losses there. And also you can use horizontals. You can use lower highs, higher lows as well in terms of horizontals, in terms of a resistance point as well there. So yeah, there's a lot of information that you can be using to determine where your stop loss is going to be. But just make sure your profit margin is bigger than your stop loss margin, right? Otherwise the trade is just basically invalid and pointless. They tried to blame Coinbase for the performance of SHIB. Trolls probably paid. God, SHIB is just awful. Yeah, Coinbase has actually been investigated at the moment. Pretty bad. How do you usually deal with those stop loss hurts? You're never going to win all your trades. You're never going to win all your trades, okay? It's just facts. You're never going to. So if you get a stop loss, here's what it is. You review your trade and you say, why did I get a stop loss? And you take a lesson from your losing trade. And if you do that enough times, have enough losing trades, take enough lessons, you start to have more winning trades than losing trades, and it becomes more green in a sense, right? Yeah, don't get emotionally attached to that sort of stuff. ADA might reach $3.50 tomorrow. Yeah, and I might fly to the moon tomorrow. That's gonna be cool. No, it won't. ADA. If ADA reaches $3.50 tomorrow, amazing. That's going to be absolutely amazing for all the portfolio hodlers out there. Very, very good stuff indeed. But in terms of a gain from where we are now, and if we do see that $3.50 actually get hit there, 30% gain there for ADA, new all-time highs being set, the rejection that we will see, the sell-off that we will see from this parabolic motion coming up like that is going to be awful, right? It's going to be awful. So yeah, and actually someone said in the Telegram community as well that they went through YouTube and they saw like 40 new ADA videos on why you should buy ADA. So you can imagine the audience that has reached out to, millions and millions of people all buying ADA just through FOMO and that sort of thing. So yeah, I can pretty much confidently say we're going to have a big sell-off tomorrow. But hey, I could be wrong. It's usually that's usually what happens when we see the news get released. All these people that have bought in for FOMO and stuff like that, they usually get wrecked. And they usually go, oh no, we're not pumping. I'm selling it. And then the panic sell begins, right? So yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I do think, guys, I've been streaming for an hour and a half and it is Saturday. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a evening planned. So I'm gonna be shooting off. I'm gonna do a little BTC update and then I'm gonna call it a day. But I might do a Sunday stream. I might do a Sunday stream tomorrow, but I am going to be streaming all week after that. Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning. It's my birthday on Wednesday, so yeah, it won't be the longest stream in the world, but I will be here nonetheless for a little birthday morning stream. But yeah, so yeah, BTC. We had a little voting thing coming through here, didn't we? The last time we spoke, we were talking about the chances for a breakout to the upside of this falling wedge pattern. As you can see, that would be a 1.95% on the shorter term time frame. We did have a 1 in the chat coming through. I think it was dead, pretty break even actually. Do you know if greedy measure moves works on shares or forex? Says here Optimus. They tend to work a lot more on forex because the trends are a lot more. They have a lot more continuation. The trend will last a lot longer than a crypto trend. I did find when I used to trade forex. Probably like 2 years ago or something now. But yeah, I did find the trends for forex are a lot more easy to ride. Like trend is your friend and you ride it to the end, right? And that was a lot easier with forex, right? And that's why you do see a bit more greedy measure moves get completed there. But yeah, stocks is good fun to trade. Stocks is fun as well. I do dabble now and then, not a lot, but now and then. And crypto's having a day off. But yeah, so bounce point coming through for Bitcoin here would be ideal, bouncing back up to around completion of the measure move 46,625. Ideally, we want to be holding this lower high that we have actually just challenged. Hopefully, we can invalidate that and have the continuation to the upside, which is what we have been seeing throughout the day here, guys. Hopefully, we can have that coming through. And this level of support is actually going to hold here, and then we are going to have the continuation up. That's going to be what we are going to be looking for today there. Jumping onto the midterm here, as you can see there, broadening wedge pattern. Oh, no, I hate when I grab the wrong thing. Right, broadening wedge pattern coming through here, guys. You can see the level of support that we are currently holding. Support, support, support. Very good stuff. I'm going to draw it like that, right? But yeah, support, support, support. Very good stuff indeed. And this is going to be the measurement to the downside. If we do see crypto crash, this is going to be the 9.22% to the downside there. We've got a volume weighted ATR band here as well there, guys. If we are going to see a break, this is going to be a very, very correlative point to bounce up from. And hey, look, nearly got there for that last huge crash that we did see coming through there. Horizontal staggered all the way down. So lovely take profit points if we are going to be shorting Bitcoin here. Now, if that is not going to be the case and we are going to see this trend resume, we've got a lot of targets coming through at 46,493, 46,746 as well there. You can see how correlative the levels of support is here. If we can find support on that, then hey, looking juicy as stuff indeed for another move up. That's going to be very good indeed to see that. But yeah, that's going to be the point to watch if we do see any momentum gain there for Bitcoin there, guys. Now, if that is going to happen, we need to be cautious here for the RSI, because we know we've got this downward slope and resistance line coming through here. Referencing this since December 2020 here, guys. A lot of correlative points along this zone. We've made a lot of money trading this, so we need to basically use this information. If we do see a pump for Bitcoin, we're going to be looking at a nice resistance point coming through here if it is going to play out. It hasn't been playing out recently, but it's definitely still there, right? It's definitely still there. As you can see here, it's definitely still respected. So yeah, it's definitely a piece of information that we can be using when trading the old Bitcoin coming through there. Now, what's next? Bitcoin on the longer term time frame coming through there. We can see a golden cross pattern coming through there from the 50 moving averages and also the 200 as well there. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that plans out. We've got the horizontal coming through at 44,604 there as well there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this does plan out for Bitcoin there. And over the weekend, we're going to see, obviously, potentially a golden cross coming through, maybe even coming through on the old Monday there. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in on this Saturday evening. I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic weekend and trade safe out there, because we could be looking at a pretty bloody Sunday, as this Saturday has been pretty boring. Pretty boring for Bitcoin, not that much going on, but hopefully no one gets wrecked on Sunday through some insane price action. And I just want to say, ADA guys, just be careful, right? Just be very, very careful, because if we do see some parabolic motions coming through here, we're likely to have some big sell-offs, right? We're likely to have some big sell-offs. But yeah, thanks ever so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys potentially tomorrow for a stream. If not, it will be Monday morning. So yeah, peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.